Yes, sir.
Luke chapter 16, verse 22. And it came to pass that the beggar died and was carried by the angels into Abraham's bosom. The rich man also died.
Now notice, okay, IT, y'all are not showing me all the images of the poor man with Abraham. Yes. Give me one more. Yep. Remember, it's talking about Abraham and Lazarus. Okay. Read.
The rich man also died.
Now, as Christ says, the rich man also died. The one that was in purple and fed sumptuously every day, he died. Go ahead.
And was buried.
Then it says, and he was buried. So this rich man, this which represents our people that have benefits in this world, dying. So this rich man, this which represents our people that have benefits in this world, dying.
All praise to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai. Double honor to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. This video is going to be entitled Bishop Nate Botches the Breakdown of the Parable of Lazarus. Or Bishop Nate Botches the Parable of Lazarus and the Rich Man. Now this is going to be a part 1. I may wind up going into a part 2. And you saw a portion of a video that was done by the elder brother Karata Zabar from GMS Baltimore. He did a video entitled IUIC Bishop Botches Parable of Lazarus and Israelites Burning in Hell in Another Dimension. So this video was kind of like 2 parts in one video. So from the first part of the video, Bishop Nate was going into this thing where he's talking about the rich man, and the parable of Lazarus and the rich man represents those that are well-to-do of our people, those that have benefits. Primarily he's saying the rich. Now before we go into that, let's understand that this is a parable, because Bishop Nate is breaking it down as if it's literal, and this is what the churches do. It's a parable. It's called the parable of Lazarus and the rich man, or the parable of Lazarus. That's what it's called. It's not a literal story. When we go to Matthew 13 and 34, and we'll start at 33, it says, another parable spake he unto them, the kingdom of heaven is like unto leaven, which a woman took and hid in 3 measures of meal, till the whole was leavened. Verse 34 says, all these things spake Yahushua unto the multitude in parables, and without a parable spake he not unto them, that it might be fulfilled which was spoken by the prophet, saying, I will open my mouth in parables. I will utter things which have been secret, which have been kept secret from the foundation of the world. So you need to understand that when Yahushua taught, he always used parables when he taught. This is now Mark 4. I'll just jump into verse 33. It says, and with many such parables spake he the word unto them, as they were able to hear it. But without a parable spake he not unto them. And when they were alone, he expounded all things to his disciples. So he taught in parables, and when they were alone, he told them what the parables literally meant. Now when Bishop Nate talked about the rich man in the parable, he's breaking it down as if it's literal, and he said that the rich man ain't talking about Esau. He didn't say it in that clip that it's not talking about Esau, but he did say that the rich man represented those of our people that receive benefits, which he meant those that have wealth or those that have money. So my question to you is, Bishop Nate, if that's the case, what about all the rich men that were Israelites? You have looked no further than Joseph of Arimathea, who was a rich man. Let's see if I can find it. Just bear with me here. Yeah, this is Mark 15 and 30. Mark 15 and 42. Yeah. It says, and now when the even was come, because it was the preparation, that is the day before the Sabbath, Joseph of Arimathea, an honorable counselor, which also waited for the kingdom of the Most High, came and went in boldly unto Pilate and craved the body of Yahushua. Now, this was a righteous man who had wealth And Pilate marveled if he were already dead, and calling unto him the centurion, he asked him whether he had been any while dead. And when he knew it of the centurion, he gave the body to Joseph. And he bought fine linen, and took him down, and wrapped him in the linen, and laid him in a sepulchre which was hewn out of rock, and rolled a stone unto the door of the sepulchre. See, so we know that Joseph of Arimathea was a rich man. Let's see real quick here if let's go to another verse, and then we'll maybe even look the brother up. This is John 19. Excuse me. John 19. Excuse me. John 19 and 38. And after this, Joseph of Arimathea, being a disciple of Yahushua, but secretly for fear of the Jews, besought Pilate that he might take away the body of Yahushua, and Pilate gave him leave. He came therefore and took the body of Yahushua. And there was also Nicodemus, which at the first came to Yahushua by night, and brought a mixture of myrrh and aloes, about 100 pound weight. Then took they the body of Yahushua, and wound it in linen clothes with the spices, as the manner of the Jews is to bury. Okay. Yeah, so let's actually look up Joseph of Arimathea. See if we can get anything out of there. And I don't see anything. Just bear with me here. Okay, so what we'll do is let's get a translation of it and see what that does. And let's go back to that verse in Mark. But we know through history that Joseph of Arimathea was a wealthy man. Mark 15 and 34 or 43, excuse me, Mark 15 and 43 from the Good News let me see here. Yeah, it doesn't tell you he was wealthy right here, but I was looking for it. But let's just look it up. Bear with me here while I type it in. Joseph of Arimathea. Right? see what it gives us. Quick facts. It says Joseph of Arimathea is a biblical figure who assumed responsibility for the burial of Yahushua after his crucifixion. 3 of the 4 canonical Gospels identify him as a member of the Sanhedrin, while the Gospel of Matthew identifies him as a rich disciple of Yahushua. There you go. He was a rich man. And we knew it, we're just backing it up with facts. So if the parable of Lazarus and the rich man, according to Bishop Nate, meant that the rich man was Israelites who were well-to-do in this society, or he said that received benefits, meaning rich, how could that be? They supposed to represent the wicked, and they're gonna burn in hell. Well, Joseph of Arimathea was a rich man. What about Abraham? What about King Solomon? The kings of Israel were all wealthy men. What are you talking about, Bishop Nate? It doesn't make any sense. That breakdown is garbage. And this is just meant to be quick. I also want to go to King Solomon, 2 Chronicles 1 and 8. And Solomon said unto the Most High, Thou hast showed great mercy unto David my father, and hast made me to reign in his stead. Now, O Lord, power, let thy promise unto David my father be established. For thou hast made me king over a people like the dust of the earth in multitude. Give me now wisdom and knowledge, that I may go out and come in before this people. For who can judge by this thy people that is so great? So let me read that again. For who can judge this thy people that is so great? And the Most High said to Solomon, Because this was in thine heart, and thou hast not asked riches, wealth, or honor, nor the life of thine enemies, neither yet hast asked long life, but hast asked wisdom and knowledge for thyself, that thou mayest judge my people, over whom I have made thee king. wisdom and knowledge is granted unto thee, and I will give thee riches and wealth and honor, such as none of the kings have had that have been before thee, neither shall there any after thee have the like. So Solomon was wise. He was wealthy beyond anybody's imagination. So Bishop Nate, and so were many of the kings of Israel, King David included, but King Solomon was the wealthiest. So are you saying that King Solomon was also, the rich man? The rich man represents those that have benefits, not Joseph of Arimathea, King Solomon, the kings of Israel, and other men that had money that were wealthy. Are you saying they're gonna be burning too? It doesn't make sense. The parable of Lazarus and the rich man is just a parable. Now we may come back and do part 2 tomorrow or something, because we got more precepts, because at the end he was talking about the torments and the fire and all of that. So we may have to do another video on this, but for now, consider this, those out there that follow, that listen. Bishop Nate is going off. He botched Lazarus and the rich man. He botched it. All right, so that's it. We'll see you soon, Lord willing. All praise to Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai. Shalom.